the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
We'll begin the meeting with a moment of silence. And as has been the custom, we will keep in mind and heart the people of Ukraine. The meeting is being recorded and televised by WHCA. Like a motion to approve bill and payroll warrants.
So moved. Second.
Is there any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
And a motion to accept correspondence in the read file.
So moved. Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Okay, public forum. Now's the time for anybody to speak who's, anybody who wants to speak about an item that's not on the agenda. And we have a meeting scheduled for 30 seconds from now. A public meeting with respect to the application of J.C.'s Things, Stacy Brueggemann, Danforth, for a junk dealer's license on the premises located at 356 South Avenue. If approved, we'll take action to rescind the junk dealer's license held by J.C.'s Things, Carl Danforth, on the premises located at 356 South Avenue.
Okay, I'll make that motion.
Is there a second? Is there any discussion? That's who you guys are?
Yes,
Who you-
that's who I am.
Okay.
My husband passed in January.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Sorry to hear that.
Okay.
It's like you yourself a pitch, man.
Is there anything you'd like to say?
Advertise?
I'm sorry?
Would you like to advertise?
Well, I actually think it's going to be a great job to keep going. We've been there for, well, he was there for 15 years. I've been with him for 8 years over there. And with everything that's going on, secondhand stuff is definitely something that people need. So, with his passing, I've decided that I wanted to switch the license over, and I'm obviously in transition.
Okay, thank you. Any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. You're good?
Good luck.
Thank you, good luck. I received a letter on May 1st, and I'd just like to read it to you. I wasn't able to read it because I was, as you know, I was having fun with COVID for a little while. So it happens when you go to Disney, you know? You just bring some of that magic back with you. Well, I did. This is Dear Board of Selectmen, and it's from Eileen Gibson, the Executive Director of the Whitman Housing Authority. Dear Board of Selectmen, I'm writing to express the Housing Authority's sincere appreciation for the work of that Whitman's COVID coordinator, Danielle Clancy, and the fire department did in providing on-site vaccine and booster clinics for our elderly and disabled residents. We are blessed to have such a great team on the fire department who took such good care of our residents during the administration of the vaccines and who provide life-saving care for our citizens every day throughout the year. Special thanks for Danielle Clancy, without whom we would not have been able to provide clinics for residents at our elderly housing developments. In her role as COVID coordinator, she manages the needs of the town and works tirelessly to organize clinics, provide staffing, maintain inventory, and register patients, all while taking special care to provide the vaccine to those unable to leave their homes and some of the town's most vulnerable citizens. Not only does she do an incredible job, she demonstrates true leadership and does it with patience, care, and compassion. The town of Whitman is very fortunate to have her. Thank you sincerely, Eileen Gibson, Executive Director of the Whitman Housing Authority.
Very good. Very good. That should go in her file.
It's time for a COVID-19 update, provided by Chief Clancy.
Good evening. As you know, I send the email out each week. I'll send a quick synopsis of it just to let you know. We still have 43 positive cases, although a few more have come in the last day. We're waiting for the actual count. They'll come out Thursday, and I'll relay it to you all again. So at this time, we're at 5.81% positivity rate throughout the community. Just for knowledge, the last time we were at that was the third week in February. Just to let you know, this was not unexpected with the Easter holiday. If you follow it, this was expected. And we'll keep monitoring the rates. Currently, per the state, we have a vaccination rate of 68%. And just to build upon the vaccination clinics, I am partial, obviously. She does a wonderful job on it. And we are ready to start those up when the CDC says that we should again. At a moment's notice, we will spin those back up, and we will start delivering vaccinations when it's appropriate. And that is a brief and quick COVID.
Thank you very
Do you
much.
have any questions?
Does anyone have any questions?
No, just tell your wife she's doing a great job.
It's a lot of work.
Yeah.
But it's well worth it, because if that number is true of 68%, we're getting there, and they break it down. Lincoln knows this because you're the one who turned me onto it. It breaks it down by age categories, and we're very strong in that older population, and a lot of it's
Be
been
careful
through
how
the
you
work. Yes, sir.
refer to that.
Nice. We got a couple of us here.
It's been through the work of the housing. Housing was very instrumental as well. They've been very good. We'll continue to partner with them.
Thank you, Chief. Now, I need a motion to go into executive session pursuant to Mass General Law, Chapter 30A, Section 21A, Exception 1, to discuss the physical condition or mental health rather than professional competence of a police department employee. Is there a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Is there a second? Votes?
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Yes, yes. Okay, we're in executive session. We are actually going to have 4 executive sessions right in a row. So we won't be coming back into open session until all 4 of them are finished. Okay, you're ready. Okay, we're ready. Under new business, act on the request of Jim Morgridge. Yeah, Mortgage. And David Whitman on behalf of Harbor to the Bay Incorporated for permission to pass through Whitman along Route 58 between the hours of 7:30 a.m. and 10 a.m. on Saturday, September 17th as part of the 20th Annual Harbor of the Bay Charity Bike Ride.
So moved.
Second.
Is there any discussion?
Question. This is the same one that they do every year coming through here in the route.
Yes, we're well versed in what happens. So it's just on
You're good with the
58
route.
from Whitman to Hanson, and
Yeah.
then they're back through town.
Great.
So Candlewick Lane will be blocked completely and I'll be trapped?
Exactly.
All right, good to know.
You'll get to an escort.
Imagine
if
you will
need
too.
to.
Yeah.
Okay, any other questions or comments? Okay, all those in favor?
Aye.
Old business, security camera policy.
Yes, so at the last meeting, we had a draft of a proposed policy to govern the use of security cameras in town. Again, as a quick reminder, it came up in the conversations in the Capitol Committee and the discussion of its eventual approval for security cameras in the park on last week at town meeting. So obviously happy to have take any questions that folks have or amendments or concerns.
Okay. We have the security camera policy and procedures in our package. Anyone have any amendments they want to make? Any suggestions, any changes? If not, I'll take a vote to accept it.
I'll make
I do have a quick question.
Yes.
Does this fall under FOIA requests, and how long do we know?
Yes, it will, and that should be, it's FOIA, while FOIA isn't spelled out in there, the IT director is going to be tasked with retaining it for as long as necessary.
All right, do we have any idea how long that is?
I don't know off the top of my head.
All right.
Anyone else? Do you have anything to say, Chief? Beyond what's here?
No, unless you have any questions, that's why I was sitting here.
Anybody?
That's a thoughtful policy.
Okay. Has there been a motion?
No, I'll make that motion.
Second.
Okay. Moved and seconded. Seeing no discussion, all those in favor? Cameras in the park. Okay, town administrator evaluation. I have received each of your individual evaluations of the town administrator. They have a copy of his, I have a copy of his goals and objectives for the year, for the period of time, and also his self-evaluation. And I will mix all of that up and give a report at the next meeting. A meeting, a report that's given in public. And then, of course, you can write something afterwards if you feel the need to, and it'll go in your file. Okay, so that will be on the 24th. Town administrator's report, facilities manager position.
Yes, so as we all know, at last week's town meeting approved the Board of Selectmen proposed budget that includes monies for a full-time facilities manager with Bob Kern's retirement. The personnel policies specify a particular process that needs to be followed whenever a non-union position is open. And so briefly, what that policy is putting a vacancy out there, putting the listing out there, in advertising it both at Town Hall, the Bulletin Board, and online on the town's website for 10 business days. So that's what I intend to do. I think if there's any further feedback on once we have those applications, the further piece of the personnel policy as a reminder is that there are some interviews. So we'll see how many applications might come back, and then can talk now or later at that time what the process is going forward once we have those applications, and specifically about the interview process, if assuming there may be more than one application. So just wanted to talk about that and talk about that process since the monies have been appropriated by town meeting.
Okay. Anyone have any thoughts they want to share?
Yeah, I have one question. This is for the facility manager. This is not for Bob Curran's building inspector's job. This is for the facility manager.
Correct. Today and tomorrow, we've been having interviews for the building commissioner.
Okay.
5 interviews, and be coming back to the board with some finals.
Anyone? Okay, so the next time we'll talk about the facilities manager's position will be at the next meeting, and hopefully we'll have a lot more clarity about the ending of the process.
Yep, and as so, what I would intend to do now, unless there's an objection from the board, is to go out, post this job description, this posting on the bulletin board on the town website, and get the process going, see how many applications we get, and then come back.
Okay, thank you. And finally, the Boston Sparks Association requests to use the Armory building.
Yeah, so this is just a brief, really good news thing. Chief Clancy and Town Hall Custodian Todd DeCudo and I met with representatives from a 501c3 that folks may be familiar with, called the Boston Sparks Association. Their mission really is to provide incident support, on-scene support for both police and fire incidents. And it's really sort of like full wraparound in terms of getting coffee, getting sandwiches, getting that kind of support, but then, even going way far above and beyond where it's needed and necessary. They had a request to keep one of their vehicles in order to better serve the South Shore, the entire region, at the Armory building. Wanted to make sure that the board knew that that was going on. I think it's really, again, a very good news story. We definitely be having better and really, far increased level of service throughout both, Whitman specifically, but throughout the South Shore in general by having a vehicle down here. And they've also offered to provide some specific improvements to the building free of charge, specifically some increased upgraded security at the Armory, which is great. Maybe some increased lighting, all great things that we'd get for free in addition to getting this terrific service. So just want to make sure, it's a good news story and want to make sure folks knew about it and we're moving forward with it.
Okay, anyone have any comments or questions?
I've worked with an equivalent organization out of Providence. I imagine it works pretty similarly. They do great work, and it makes a big difference when you're working a 12-hour natural gas fire in the middle of the street. So
I was really impressed. They had their vehicle down here. When we met with them, it's like basically a brand new ambulance, essentially. It's a truck with materials on it, but it's a brand new vehicle, and the depth of these people's experience and knowledge is really impressive. So.
Okay. Looks like a motion to adjourn is in order.
If I could, there's one very important thing that I wanted to mention.
Yes.
Which is, I know we're all very, very appreciative of Selectman Bezansen's 18 years of service on the Board of Selectmen, and how much he's volunteered and how much he's sacrificed, I'm sure, in his personal and professional life for the town of Whitman. So we wanted to make sure, I know collectively, that we recognize that. And I think we have a few surprises as well that are related to that. So thank you, Lori.
Do you need a napkin?
Oh,
Any
boy.
Kleenex?
Brian Bezanson, this is your life.
Brian Bezansen, this is your life.
Da, da.
Boy.
Hey there. So I know.
Extending the pool, what do you call it? Not the pool, but the porch.
So I know Representative Sullivan very nicely prepared a proclamation, and we also have a gift and a few little refreshments to recognize Brian's many years of selfless service to the town. So, I don't know.
Want my sleeve?
Good evening, gentlemen. How are you? I do apologize for my voice. I've lost it, and I am hoping to get it back soon. But it never stops me from coming and showing up, especially for a friend like you, Brian. I can't really put into words how thankful I am to you as a member of this board over the last 3.5 years for myself up at the state level, and prior to that while running for office. We have gotten to know each other both here on the board, but also on a personal level. And I know this decision on your behalf was not a decision that you made lightly or in a quick second. I know it took a lot of thought and really processing what the town would lose when we lose you as a board member here. And I do want to thank you for your years and years of service to the town of Whitman. And I know you might not be on the board, but I don't believe your service to this town is done in any way, shape, or form. I think it just is giving you the ability to help out in ways other than here on this board. I do have a citation, which is my honor to read to you, if you do not mind. The Commonwealth of Massachusetts House of Representatives, be it hereby known to all that the Massachusetts House of Representatives offers sincere congratulations to Brian J. Bezansen in recognition of your over 18 years of hard work, dedication, and exceptional public service to the town of Whitman. The entire membership extends its very best wishes and expresses the hope for future good fortune and continued success in all your endeavors. Given this 10th day of May 2022 at the State House of Boston, signed by the Speaker Ron Mariano and offered by yours truly, your State Representative Allison Sullivan, it is an honor to present this to you, and I really truly hope that you get to relax a little bit and take some time to enjoy some time with your family. I know they're very proud, and the town will miss you very, very much, and thank you so much.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Yeah, wait.
How's it going?
Wait.
Oh, sorry.
Great.
Thank you.
What's that?
Well, that was a complete surprise. Thank you very much. But I see my offspring's over there in the lurking in the weeds.
Come on in.
I really appreciate that. Thank you so much. It's been an honor and privilege to serve the community this long. And it's been an honor working with you all. I never thought that it would last this long. But through my family and the citizens keeping me going, knowing that we do good here. So I really thank you all for everything. On to gardening.
So we actually have a couple things that will help you with that gardening. And you can open them now or after the meeting, whatever you prefer. But so.
You can do it after.
Just to let you know, I have to leave to go to my meeting downstairs.
Oh, yes.
Oh.
Okay, well,
In 10 minutes, right?
which I must say is her last meeting at the planning board of, between that and the historical, probably 15 years. So she's put in some time with us too. But thank you all again, and I will definitely miss being here. But I won't miss 6 o'clock meetings.
And thank you, Brian, for all of the work that you've done for the
Appreciate it.
18 years, a long time.
Yeah, I had much darker hair.
No, you
before,
didn't.
but
Okay.
but it's been a wild ride.
Okay, do we have some things to,
We do.
Deliver?
So we might force them on Brian right now.
Okay.
Lonnie needs us to go to,
Well, she's got
That's right. They're behind.
she's got a 7 o'clock. I thought this was going to be easy and quick.
I need to get you some.
Oh, boy. This is definitely unexpected. Thank you. It's something that I will cherish for a long time. You can make me open these. Sure.
I think it's only right you open it.
See what it is?
Riveting TV for WHCA. Knee pads for my bad knees. That's a definite. It's tough. Usually the getting down part is not so bad, it's the getting up that's
Thank Laurie for the laughing.
breaks my mind.
Yeah, do you need a,
I-
get something?
Yeah. I know what this is.
Well, they're crutches.
No.
It's the help getting back up. The
Yeah,
Neely, thank you.
yeah.
Helping the old man get up. Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
We also have some little cookies here that are in the shape of the vegetables that I think you grow. So we have tomatoes. I'm not sure. Do you grow squash? I'm not sure if you grow squash. Anyway, thank you, Brian.
If I don't grow it, you don't need it. Well, thank you all so much. I'm overwhelmed. I'm surprised that I held it together, but I will miss you all, and it's been probably, other than my family, the highlights of my life. Thank you.
It'll probably be fitting for you to make the motion to adjourn.
I would say the same thing.
Okay, I will make that motion to adjourn.
And I will,
Second.
yeah, second it.
Okay, all those in favor?
Aye.
Thank you, Brian. Thank you.
Whose idea was this?